So today we're going to look at some of my hate comments, and I will be responding to all the ones that I can get to. So let's talk about it. So as many of you know, I've been making videos for almost a month now, consistently for almost a month now. It's been fun, been hanging out, living in the Philippines, having a good time, just being myself. I thought I'd start doing videos because it would be interesting. And I must admit, the overwhelming majority of the people who are watching are very kind people, very supportive, and I love that. I've even had people comment on the bad comments and defend me, and I thank you guys for that, and thank you guys for all the great comments. But today I would like to respond to some of these hate comments because there's plenty of them. I was not expecting that to happen because I'm generally a very positive person. The things I say, I'm very kind, I'm very nice to other people, and so I didn't expect there to be so much anger toward me from some other people. So let's get into some of this. And the very first one, and I want to thank Jay White for commenting on this comment, because Jay White was kind enough to point out the sheer jealousy and stupidity of this person that said it was Mitchell D74, or Michelle, I should say. It's Mitchell. Mitchell D74. How much does your daddy pay for you to live there? Well, apparently more than yours would. Not just kidding. My dad doesn't pay anything. I am actually the only person in my family that I can think of that has even went to college and graduated college. And I'm actually back in college. I'm getting a third degree, this time in space studies. I'm the only person in my family that's been to the military, with the exception of my cousin's husband. I'm the only person in my family that I can think of that doesn't feed into the narrative that just because I might have some kind of mental illness, because I have a borderline personality disorder, that I need to live off the government and live in Kentucky my whole life like most of them do. I don't do that. I made my own business after I got out of the military. I do online business. I do video edits. I do social media managing. I do just different things online. And I make enough money through that because I have clients from the USA and from the UK and some of the other European countries. I have clients from those places that pay money to me to be able to either do ads for them or to manage the social media account, this and that, blah, blah, blah. That and to do AI stuff. I also help with AI automation. That's what I do. And I make enough money to live quite comfortably in the Philippines. I don't need my dad's money. My dad couldn't send me money even if he wanted to, because, well, for one, I don't even know where my real dad is. And for two, even if it was my stepdad and my mom is in jail. My stepdad, I don't even know where he's at. Neither of them have money. Both of them live off government assistance. My siblings, one's in jail. The other one, she doesn't work. Her husband does. She doesn't work. And the other one I don't talk to. So, get your facts straight, buddy. You can't really be that dumb, I hope. But shout out, I do shout out Jay White. thank you for making those kind comments on there, saying that this person is just jealous, because they obviously are. They don't understand how I'm here, how I'm getting the money I'm getting. They're just mad that they can't do what I'm doing. The next comment, this one is, I don't know who's, some of these people are so strange. This person, Chow, whatever, I don't know, Z7P. They're talking about on my video about how to win over the hearts and make friends with Filipino people. And I'm sure that I was talking about my fiance and her family in that video. And this person said, need money, they will run away as soon as there is no money spent for them. Well, here's the thing. I can easily debunk that in my current relationship and the first relationship I had with the first Filipina I dated. First Filipina I dated, I didn't send money to. When we dated for 2 years, I sent her money maybe once a month after we'd been together for 6 months or so. Her family never asked for money. I didn't send her that much money. I sent her like $50 a month. She was not using me for money. And this is why I get so mad about these stereotypes about Filipinos, is because every Filipino relationship I've been in, with a Filipina, I've never had that issue. I just haven't. I don't know. I don't know how else to put it. To prove it even more, especially with the one, the Filipino I'm with now, we got together in 2023. Yeah, 2023. Ooh, she can kill me if I don't remember that. No, but we got together in 2023. I was still in the military. I got out of the military. I finished my contract. I came here to the Philippines. We'd just been together for a few months, and I had to go back to the USA, and I couldn't send her money. I went back to the USA, I didn't have a job, ended up being homeless for a while. I had no money to send her. I had zero money to send her. And instead of leaving me, she started a Hello business and would video chat me and would offer to send me money. I would take it. And she worked until I was able to fix myself and get a job. I get a job going, which I did. Got the job going, and then I transitioned to online business shortly after, which makes it easier for me to travel. And ultimately, that's what I want to do. I want to travel. I don't want to just stay in one place. But for 2 months, I had no income. Oh, no, 3 months. 3 months I had no income. Couldn't send her anything. Was worried that I wouldn't even be able to message her, talk to her, all this other stuff. But we found a way through it. She offered to send me money. I wouldn't take it. I told her to just, use that money for herself. And so, at any rate, her family still loved me. They loved it when I was video chatting, even though I was, I was living in a hotel that I got to stay in for free until I got back on my feet. I got back on my feet, and I actually paid those people back for helping me. But her family, they absolutely loved it when I called. We video chatted every day. We took care, we took care of our relationship. There were some rough patches there for a little bit because we had some loans we had to take out. I ended up getting a good enough job to pay off all that, and that's unfortunately also the time that I stopped talking to one of my siblings, because he, an American, was focused on money, and he was upset about it. So before you start talking about, oh, she's using you for money, this and that, her and her family never gave up on me. For 3 months, I had nothing. Lived in a hotel. Barely had food. For 3 months. It was my sibling, my brother, who actually stopped talking to me. So, I despise that comment because it's such a racist comment. It's so racist to say something like that. And I've never, ever experienced it. Oh, more good comments, blah, blah, blah. Nah, thank you guys. Enjoy your stay. You guys are great. Thank you all for that. Here's a comment from, I'm not even going to try to say this name, Eddie something other, something stupid. You are probably low-caste foreigner from your country. Couldn't make it home, so you venture to a third-world poverty country. You went to the Philippines preying on the poor, hungry, desperate, uneducated, lay-have people. If you don't work in the USA when you age, you will not collect Social Security. Foolish, dumb guy. I myself don't care what people say about the USA. I still love my country, and I will go back home. I don't even understand what this person's even trying to say. I can, like, I understand most of it, but what? Like, I don't understand. And on top of that, he obviously doesn't watch the videos I've made. I've made it clear one of my videos literally shows what I do for work. It literally shows that I'm also a student in space studies. If I'm working online, doing an online business, I still have to pay into taxes. I still have to do my tax stuff. I think, I don't know how much it is. If you make over like, what is it? Like $600 a year? I don't even remember how much, whatever the case, I make over that. So every year I still have to pay my taxes. All this other stuff. Like, I just don't get it. Not to mention that when I get older, I don't know. This is so dumb. And then to say that I'm preying on the poor and uneducated. My fiance is a licensed teacher. Don't tell me that she's uneducated. My fiance is one of the smartest women I know. So don't come here saying stupid, preying on the poor and uneducated. No, unless you're saying the teachers here are stupid or uneducated, in which case you're probably the uneducated. Well, based off the way you type that, you are the uneducated one. Like, idiots, complete. It's so moronic. Like, okay. And I do want to talk about, before I forget, I was asked once why I wear the sunglasses, even if I'm inside or even if it's just the morning time, the sun's not up. One of the reasons I wear the sunglasses, but this isn't the main reason. One of the reasons is because I wear contacts. If I'm not wearing my glasses, I'm wearing contacts. And especially in the sun, especially in the sun in the Philippines, because any of my Filipino friends can let y'all know that the sun in the Philippines is hot sometimes. So that's why I wear the sunglasses most of the time and the hat, even if the sun's just coming up, just to be on the safe side. However, the main reason I do it is I have a really bad insecurity with my eyes because I do have a lazy eye, and I don't like people seeing my eyes because of that. I'm just insecure. That's all. There's nothing more to it other than my own insecurity. Here's a comment on my video: is the Philippines the best place for foreigners? Here's my verdict. This person, Paul, we'll just call him Paul, says, no, I don't think, because as a foreigner, you need to adapt and integrate to Filipino culture and not believe that being a foreigner is entitled to everything. It is not the Philippines who will adjust for you in your own comfort. What? I didn't say that they should. I've made it very clear in some of my videos, as some of you know, that you adjust to them. You're going to their country. Just like if they go to your country, they got to adjust to your culture. I think people, they don't even watch the video. They just want to make hateful comments. Like they just assume that you're saying something and they just want to be hateful. Like, I don't get it. I didn't say anything about them. They needed to adapt to the foreigner. What are you talking about? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. All I can say is that this person obviously didn't watch the video. Obviously has not watched my videos. Otherwise, they would not have made such an uneducated comment. Hi. I do want to say thank you to most people who have been so kind. Most of you guys have been really kind. You're asking what island I'm on. You'd like to go visit these places. Here's one from some person that calls themselves Expat Alley. Now, upon further investigation, this person is a fake account. I'm just pointing that out. It's very obvious if you go to their account. They're commenting on how I live on a tiny budget in the Philippines and love it. They said, "Oh no, another turnip fell off the truck. You know nothing about the true cost of living in the Philippines. Are you old enough to vote?" Am I old enough to vote? Do I look old enough to vote? Yeah. I was in the military. I'm doing online business. I'm an American. You can't join the military before the age of 18. I was in the military for at least 4 years because I did a full contract. I've been to college already. This is my second time in college. Once again, do you even watch the videos? But yes, I'm old enough to vote. And I have voted, at least in America, in every single election except the last one because I was here and I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to deal with the paperwork. Yes, I voted. I can vote. And yes, I know the true cost of living in the Philippines because I've been here since July of last year. I've been to Manila, been to Boracay, been to different places. I know the true cost of living. I've lived here long enough to know. Don't tell me that I don't know the true cost of living. I don't even know why they would say that, because there's nothing that would indicate that I don't know the true cost of living. Next person commenting on the same video, by the way. Soon the Philippines will be looted by foreigners like this dude while the poor gets poorer. Idiot. That's all I can say. Idiot. They're just angry. I don't know why they're angry. I don't. It seems like there are some people who are just plain racist. It was made by Luke Han 451. I don't know anything about this Luke guy. I don't know his backstory. I don't know what he's going on about. I would imagine that having more tourists come to your country would bring in more money. That's just what I would imagine. I would think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I understand that the politics here can be a little rough, and I don't want to get into it because I am a foreigner. But I can't control that. And I don't want to control that. I don't want to be part of the political stuff. Not to mention that my plan is not really to live in the Philippines the rest of my life. My plan is to travel. I'm just working on getting my fiance's visa or passport, and then we're going to get married. That way it'll be easier for her to travel to some countries that she can't travel to. But for now, this year, we will be more than likely, we're going to end up going to places like Thailand and some of the Southeast Asian countries that she can go to and that I can go to. And we'll see about the East Asian countries. I don't know how Korea's stuff is, or Japan's, but we'll see. But yeah, there you go. It's a comment that obviously doesn't these people just don't understand. Then I got a comment talking about 5 reasons I love the Philippines. And one of the things I focused on, I'm sure, was the food, because this person commented, the food is not amazing. This ain't China, Vietnam, Thailand, or Indonesia. But there are great Filipino dishes too. But amazing is kind of silly to describe adobo and other lame dishes that get so much hype by vlogs. Good luck finding the great dishes. Most locals don't know which is great or cultural. So ask some credible expat. I don't really know if that's a hate comment, but okay, bro. You don't think adobo's amazing? Your opinion? Okay, that's cool. Next. I don't know. What do you want from me? You have a different opinion on how good adobo is. Oh, okay, cool. Here's another one on the 5 reasons why I love the Philippines. Yo, cause you're a simpleton. If you're in earnings years and you're here, you're a fool. You're here because of the easy, I have no idea, plain and simple. There's no other reason for a youngin' to be here. This person, I don't even know what the hell they're saying. I'll have to, paste the comment up to you guys, because it doesn't even make sense. A youngin'. Now I know what a youngin' is. I'm from Kentucky. They use that a lot. I'm 34 years old. I'm not that young. Thank you. Thank you for thinking that I am so youthful, but I'm not. I mean, what do you say to something like that? How can you respond to something that's so strange? And then they're trying to tell me why I'm here. Well, listen. Point of spew. You don't know why I'm here. You assume... I mean, if I could understand everything you're saying, it would be different. But I can't. And yes, I say yo-yo. If you want to say that makes me a simpleton, okay, that's fine. I guarantee you, though, that my brain probably works a little better than yours, considering that, I already have 2 degrees, one in psychology and one in criminal justice. And I'm in one more week. This is my last week, actually, taking my cosmology class. And I'm about to have a degree in space studies. And my grades are so good that I'm going on to get my master's afterward. So, to call me a simpleton when I've got all those credentials and I can barely even understand what the heck you're even saying, that's pot calling kettle. You should probably get some introspection, some deeper introspection. Once again, on how I live in a tiny budget in the Philippines, this person said, I hope more foreigners, this person, Larry from Philippines, said, I hope more foreigners discuss that even though it is cheaper for them to live in the Philippines, it definitely is not the same for the local Filipinos. Please stop saying that living in the Philippines is cheap, because it isn't for the locals, and it doesn't sound good for them. Watch the video. That's all I'm going to say. Larry from the Philippines. Watch the video. I'm sure those of you who are watching this already know that I've been over that in almost every single video where I talk about the cost of living. I have been over that every single time. So watch the video, Larry, from Philippines. I don't know what else to tell you. And I do like that most people came on here and they were very nice and they made it very clear. It's nonsense what these people are saying. All right. This one is on, again, 5 reasons I love the Philippines. It says, this is from Jose something. I can't say the name. Philippines is heaven on earth for rich Filipinos, but not for expats to settle. Expats in Philippines can't even own small portions of land, business ownership, and have very little rights. South American countries are also cheap and don't have such restrictions. Jesse, you're a fool to settle in the Philippines. Philippines is infested with expat bloggers. Good for local bandits to know their identities and where they live. Jesse, are you aware the bandits also know how to use the net and watch vlogs? Educate us more about Philippines until what happened to Elliot Eastman happens again. Okay. I know about that kind of stuff. All I want to say to this guy is that I don't live in fear. I do not base my life on fear. I won't do it. I will not do it. My fiance actually talked about this. My fiance actually said that, hey, be careful. We gotta be careful because of this and that and whatnot. And yeah, I'm still careful, but I'm not going to let that fear stop me from living my life the way I want to live. And there are many South American countries that are bad. Venezuela's bad. Mexico has a lot of bad places. Actually worse, they're on a higher travel warning based off the U.S. government site. I don't remember what it was called, travel.gov. They're a higher warning and a higher risk rate to go to places like Venezuela, to go to places like Mexico, than in the Philippines. I'm aware of these things that you speak of. And I am careful, but I am not going to let fear run my life. I'm not going to let fear stop me from living a life that I feel I should live as a man. I'm not. I'm just not. Maybe that's the military in me speaking. Don't tell me what to do. I don't know. And then the rest of the hate comments, actually, it looks like the rest of the hate comments come from the shorts that I've made months and months ago that I don't really haven't been consistent with those. I guess we'll just go over one just so y'all can see how it is. User QW3WV1VS4Q commented on my short that I made where it said, men, be a conqueror for yourself and for your woman. They said, get a life. Okay. Sounds good, bro. Guess I'll get a life. Oh, God. All right, guys. So that's all the hateful comments I've gotten so far. I might do a video on the kind comments as well. I just wanted to get some of this cleared out. For those of you who want to start vlogging, for those of you who want to be in the spotlight, this kind of stuff's going to happen. Just so you know, this kind of stuff's going to happen. There are going to be people who come on, try to troll you, try to piss you off, or they get pissed off because of how good you're doing and they can't do that good, blah, 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 blah. They don't watch the videos. As you could see, as I went through these comments, many of you who have watched the videos, you know that a lot of these comments that talk about how they wish this, they wish that, about the cost of living or your job or whatever, they obviously didn't watch the video. I go through this stuff. You know, the first time I was in college, I wanted to go into law. I really liked law. I like to always be ready to have a good response or to get ahead of an attack or a question and stop it before it happens. I knew comments like this would come. I made videos to respond to those kinds of questions before the comments would come at me. And it's still clear that people don't watch the videos. They just don't. They just want to throw hate because they got nothing better to do. They, I don't know, maybe they're living a miserable life. I don't know. I hope that if they are living a miserable life, that everything works out for them and that they have everything they could ever want. But it's not going to stop me from being happy. It's not going to stop me from living the best life I can live. The hate. Let me tell you something about hate, people. Hate is not bad. Hate's a motivator. Don't use hate to hurt people. Use hate to motivate yourself. You know, growing up, I was told I'd never make it through high school. I was told I'd never make it through college. I was told I'd never make it in the military. I was told I would never make it, you know, leaving Kentucky. I was told all kinds of stuff. By my family, by people in school. Like people try to get me to drop out of high school. People tried to stop me from going to college. They wanted me to do this. They wanted me to do that. And it just made me angry. Because they didn't believe in me. And they were wrong. And they're still wrong. And they're going to be wrong. I used that anger to make myself a better person. So I try to tell my fiance, because my fiance, she has quite the temper. Don't let anger consume you. Don't let hatred consume you and make you do bad things. Hatred, anger, it's just energy in your body. It's just energy in your mind. If you know anything about physics, like I said, I am a space major. I'm a space studies major. I'm about to graduate. But you know anything about physics, you know, energy you can't destroy energy. It has to be converted to something else. Hate, and then this gets into more, this is kind of like combining physics with, I don't know, psychology, which was my other degree. But hate, it's just energy. Hate and anger is just energy. Take the energy. Don't use it to hurt somebody. Use it to build yourself up, especially if you're a guy. Or if you're heartbroken or any of that. Just take the energy. Use it to make yourself better. And if you need help with that, you know, talk to somebody. You can talk to me. Like you can comment me. Let me know. I've been through a lot. Just 2 years ago, 2023. Around this time, I had just got out of a hospital because of suicide and because of addiction. And now I've built myself back up. I've gotten the help I needed to get. And my life has gotten a lot better. So, if you need someone to talk to help you out, just ask me, or talk to somebody. But don't when people say stuff like what you've heard in my comments, if people say that stuff to you, don't let it get to you. In fact, do what I do. Just troll them. I like to do that. I like to just troll people. You know, I like to. People are trying to make me mad. I'll just say something that is funny and outrageous, and it just makes them mad. I'm gonna do that reverse Uno card. Got him. But you guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day, a wonderful day. Hit that like and subscribe. Leave me some comments. Leave me some hate comments. That's fine. I'll respond to them. You know, go ahead. Leave me some hate comments. Hit the likes. Hit the subscribe button. You guys know that you are valuable and that you matter. God bless and peace.